Yo, what is up, everybody? It is Robbie Ryder, and I'm not sure how well my voice is going to be picking up, but I am in my living room now. Since my computer has been down, I have not been able to upload videos. I am still working on getting a new one, so I got my desk over here at the moment because I've been working on my Gundam kits. If you guys have been seeing my work in progress videos. But today I wanted to talk about my fascination with butterfly knives. Now, I've actually gotten the 2 out that I do own. Now, I want to put out a disclaimer. If you've never used a butterfly knife or have never bought one, don't just go and say, oh, I'm going to go buy one of these. You need to look at your laws for where you live. Now, in some states they are illegal, some states they are not. You need to look into this because some of them aren't legal in other states, but the ones from that state are legal here. So now, in my case, this one is a legal butterfly knife, minus this handle because I replaced it. But of course, it's a legal butterfly knife. Now, this is the actual blade. I have not been using my trainer. If you are going to buy a butterfly knife, buy a trainer first. It's very important. Now, I have both of my butterfly knives here, and this is actually my brand new one, which I just bought at the Indiana State Fair. And I really like it. It is gold, chrome plated. It's riveted, so it's not going to fall apart on me, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to buy a new one. Other than, I want to start a collection of them, I wanted to get a new one. Because as you can see here, I had to change out this handle, and the ivory on this is busted. Now, this one, though, is with those little tiny bolts, which are not very good for a butterfly knife because as you're flipping it, it can come undone. Now, of course, there are ways you can fix it. I never did, though, because I didn't feel like putting that much time. Also, you can see straight through that. Now, you might not think this is a big deal, but since this has an ivory inlay, you can see the steel has been notched. Well, problem is, if you squeeze too hard, that closes that and that locks the blade, which, if you don't know, can get you cut. Now, this is the really easy one for me to remember because the one with the actual original handle is the one that's the safe handle. I can't get cut holding this handle. Now, I wanted to talk about these for a while because it is a really amazing thing, because I always said to myself that before I buy one in CSGO, I'm going to buy one in real life. So I did. I bought this one in a trainer. Now, within the first week of me having it, I bought my trainer and this one at the time, and I said, hey, I can do, the really simple, opening and closing. It's not really more than 3 steps to open and to close. Well, stupid me didn't know that I had to hold on to this blade a different way than my, practice. So this thing came and sliced up this pinky and up my ring finger. Now, that really hurts because a butterfly knife is super sharp and it cuts like a fillet knife. If you don't know what a fillet knife is, it makes really, really sharp, precise cuts. So I'm not going to be doing any of my tricks with this one. This one's just kind of my original. This one, however, I'm going to show you guys some of the tricks that I do know and that I feel comfortable doing. Now, I can do the Zen rollover, and I might do a video on it later, but with this one, it's brand new to me. It's a little bit lighter. The blade is a little bit longer, and I'm honestly a little bit scared to do it because I've almost cut myself 5 times today trying to practice a Zen rollover. Now, I couldn't go and say, hey, I'll go get my trainer, but I took it apart because I needed to put the handle on this one, and it's kind of in between states. So I'm just going to be showing this off. Now, the most, typical kind of butterfly trick that you can do is, the just really simple open and close, which is just that, which I'll hold it up here closer to my camera, is really just flipping it once, flipping it back over, opening, and then just doing that all again to close it. So really simple. That's the first one. Now, of course, which I'm not going to do, you can also do it with the bite handle, As you can see, that's the blade there. But that one takes a little bit more skill, and like I said, I'm not going to be doing any of those dangerous ones. Now, of course, after learning that one, this really nice, opening and closing one, you might be going, well, what should I learn next? I personally suggest doing the fast draw, which is where you take your knife and you go like that. Now, this is just taking the knife and flipping it around like that and opening and closing it. Now, normally you would go and grab the bite handle and you let it drop, and then you just flick it up and over like that. And then you just do that again with the safe handle and close it. So that's how I do that. And that is the fast draw and you can do that either way. You can open it and close it with the safe handle or the bite handle, whether you feel comfortable doing it with the dangerous end that could swing back and cut you if you don't flick it right. That's your choice. Now, another one is, of course, one of my favorite ones because it is the CSGO animation, which is whenever you flick it forward, which I'm going to actually turn to show you guys this one. So this is where you take your butterfly knife and you go like that. One of my most favorite tricks, and I actually learned it while I was watching the CSGO video of just the knife, swinging out, open, and then, back closed. That's one of the only, it's actually one of the 2 CSGO tricks that I know. I can't do all of the tricks, but I can do the Zen rollover, which I might do in a little bit. And I can also do the ice pick, which is going to be the one I'm going to show now. Now, I actually have 2 different ones that I like to do. I have my custom one that I'm working on, and I have the original, which is the one that's in CSGO, which is like that. Now, I can always give you guys tutorials on these sometime, but really, it's just an ice pick, which is really nice. Now, the animation in the game is a little bit different, which I just completely screwed that up. But, it's more or less the exact same thing as, getting an ice pick. Now, the one that I like to do, and the one that I've been personally working on, was because I didn't actually know how to do the original ice pick, is where I actually flick it over my finger, and it comes back up and lands like that. The problem with my trick, though, is it gets really close to cutting you. So if I actually do that, there's the blade, and now normally this thing will land about right there on my wrist. Now if you have it angled right, you're going to be fine. If you have it angled that way and it comes down just right, it might nick you. And believe me, you don't want to get nicked by one of these knives. Now, of course, there is always the Zen rollover. Now, the Zen rollover is one of the more dangerous tricks because you're actually taking this knife and you're flicking it around your thumb. Now, whenever it's in this position here, you have no way to stop it if it swings off. So, you actually have to learn the timing and the weight to be able to catch it on the safe handle. If you don't and you catch it here, this thing is going to swing back up either and cut you here, or it is going to cut you there. Now, I'm being very gentle so it doesn't cut me. But, of course, I can do it because I've practiced. Now, like I said, these tricks I do not advise for you to do if you are a beginner. If you are a beginner and you are wanting to get a butterfly knife, first, look up the rules in your state if it is legal to even own one. Second, buy a trainer. They aren't that much more than a real one, but they are going to teach you how to do them. Secondly, and third, don't use an actual butterfly knife until you are comfortable with the idea that you might get cut or eventually will get cut by one. I have been personally cut by a butterfly knife along with every other kind of knife in the world, but these things hurt. It's not the worst cut in the world, but they do hurt whenever it happens. Now, I didn't have to have any stitches, and I've never had to have any stitches because I use the butterfly bandages. So if you're going to buy a butterfly knife, remember, look up the rules, see to see if it's legal, use a trainer, and only use an actual butterfly knife if you are comfortable with it. And with that said, remember, forgot to actually close it. Have fun, stay safe, and I'll see you all next time.